This week on the Spotlight, we talked to Rick Hahn, the GM of the Chicago White Sox, and his main man, Robin Ventura. And then another one of their main men, Diane Viciedo, Pride of Cuba, will be part of our Sox Fest coverage. And then we have more trivia from Salerno's, the 2013 Benkowski title match. And then we flash back to this NBA All-Star now, Joakim Noah, from 2008, this week on the Spotlight. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, this is the 25th year of the Lansing Floral Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You've got to get to Calabria Imports. That's where I go for Italian food, deli food. Mention this TV ad and get 10% off. Catering and sandwiches. It's at 1905 West 103rd Street. They have great stuff, and you should get it at Calabria Imports. Wax on, wax off. Great salon and spa. Haircuts for men, women, head to toe, nails. 312-226-1473. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. The T-Wax Company does real estate investments. They want you to buy Chicagoland properties, providing profit opportunities since 1985. Call my friend Mr. Thomas at 773-456-3057. Make some money. Call 773-456-3057. Mr. C's Midway Bar. Open till 2 a.m. every day. Best Bloody Marys. For 65 years, they've had great neighborhood prices. Easy to reach at 4654 West 63rd Street, right over by Cicero Avenue. I've been there. You'll like it. Mr. C's Midway Bar. You've got to get the Honey Bear Ham. 312-942-1160. Gourmet ham, fully cooked, spiral sliced, honey glazed. It's wonderfully smoked. You can go there to 1160 West Grand Avenue, but get Honey Bear Ham for any holidays and for any reason. Amelia's Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner daily. Private parties and catering. A unique mixture of fine dining and Mexican specialties created by the great chef Eusebio Garcia. Easy to reach at 46th and Halsted. Emilio's Bar and Grill has great stuff. I highly recommend it. Emilio's Bar and Grill, 46th and Halsted. Welcome to another edition of the Spotlight. Nothing warms me up in a winter like talking baseball. Let's do that with Rick Hahn, the GM of the White Sox.
Earlier today, we announced a multi-year extension with Robin. I, for one, and I know Jerry and Kenny as well, are very pleased with this turn of events. But at the same time, as we've mentioned for just about a year now, this really doesn't come as any surprise to any of us that we got to this point. Robin and I, and Kenny and Jerry as well, have had numerous conversations going back to, actually right when I assumed the position of general manager, and certainly many times again last year during what was a very disappointing season, about where we want to get to as an organization and the means we're going to take and the routes we're going to take to get there. And in all those conversations, Robin was enthusiastic about where we are headed and the path we plan to take. And this, at least publicly, shows all of you that same enthusiasm and commitment. We're thrilled to have his leadership. No doubt in any of our minds that he's the right guy to lead us through this next period and beyond of White Sox baseball. So if there are questions for Rick.
Well, I'm happy. Again, as Rick mentioned, you go through a season like we did, and there's a lot of conversations. There's a lot of communication, and it leads itself to you talk about different things, and this was one of the portions that you talk about because it was a difficult season, and for me, I know people made a lot of or a big deal about last year of not adding an extra year, but I just felt it was important for Rick to have a full year of doing the job and us working together, that he had the freedom and the ability to kind of decide if I'm the right guy for the job. So nothing's really changed in my mind of where I want to be and what I want to do. It's just more of, his first time going through it. I wanted to make sure that he had that ability and the freedom to do that. So, and now with the way last year went and the off season of a lot of communication, a lot of talks of where we're headed, how we're going to do it, I'm excited to just keep going.
How much did the reshaping that Rick was working on influence your decision, or were you pretty much set to go?
I don't know if it influenced it, but again, you spend so much time going over, what we're doing either immediately or how it's going to go in the future that, again, you're invested in it. And this is definitely the place I'm invested in and happy to be here and happy to keep going.
Robin, how long are you invested in? How long is your deal?
More than next year.
In the first time that he signed his contract, we didn't announce the terms either. Frankly, we realize there's a level of interest in these things and the length of employee contracts, but we also at the same time know we work in sports, and the length of our contract really is just indicative of how long we get paid if something goes wrong. We still have to deliver, we still have to perform, and we've shown a willingness, recently to let someone go so that time left on their contract simply because we weren't getting it done. So the length of the contract is a nice thing for Robin's family or for whatever employee signs an extension's family. But at the end of the day, it's performance that dictates decisions.
Rick, earlier you made a joke about 99 losses. You can understand why a lot of fans, given that this is coming after 99 losses, might question the timing. So what would you say to those critics? No offense.
No, none taken. None taken. You
didn't ask me the question.
No, you lose 99 games, there's going to be questions like that about where this organization is headed and why they think the people in charge are the right people to get them to their end goals. I will say that we saw in 2012 and in 2013 sort of two extremes in terms of being a first-place club and then being a club that was disappointed in terms of their performance. And throughout each of those extremes, Robin's leadership was unwavering, his communication, his ability to teach at the big league level, his enthusiasm, his baseball intellect, all the things we were looking for in a manager were the same at our highest highs and our lowest lows. And that level of stability is what we want from a leader in the dugout.
You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Since 1967, El Jardín has been serving the finest Mexican food. Before, after, or during ball games, located conveniently just 3 blocks south of Wrigley Field, 3335 North Clark. Whether there's a game or not, you still get hungry, and El Jardín has great service, great food, and great drinks. I've enjoyed every meal I've had there, and you will too. So get to El Jardín for great Mexican food at 3335 North Clark Street in Chicago. You'll be glad you did. Cornelio's Mobile Auto Glass. They come to you. You call them at 773-908-6081. Lowest prices, new and used. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. They'll do your windshield, back window, or sides. They did a great job for me. They'll do a great job for you, and you'll be amazed at how quickly they come in and finish it up. Cornelio's Mobile Auto Glass. For a great meal, get to Amelia's Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner daily, private parties and catering, a unique mixture of fine dining and Mexican specialties brought to you by the great chef Eusebio Garcia. They're at 46th and Halsted. I've had great meals there, and you will too. Amelia's Bar and Grill, 46th and Halsted. You've got to get to the Cove. Benkowski Trivia there, Wednesday, February 26th at 8 p.m., and a lot of great things happening. Great people, great game. 1750 East 55th Street, right by the lake. Come out to the Cove. You'll have fun on Wednesday nights with my trivia game and everybody. We're back in the spotlight, Sox Fest 2014, and let's introduce you to a guy who's certainly not old, but he's got a couple of Sox years under his belt, and there might be some pressure for playing time this year for one Dayan Viciedo. He has shown flashes of brilliance, some great power, the occasional great defensive play, but not consistent in any venue. Maybe venue is the wrong word, but element of play, let's call it. You'd like to see the solid RBI production in an average of maybe 270, and you'd like to see catching the fly balls better. This could be his undoing and could lose him playing time, as he might be battling Alejandro De Aza for some PT. That's one of the things brought up in this wide-ranging interview with myself and a few others, and also a little bit about his heritage and some of his compadres who are on this 2014 team. With help from translator Lou Hernandez, we talked to Dayan Viciedo about the 2014 season, his hopes, his dreams, and what he intends to accomplish, things of that nature.
I'm happy with how we look. Of course, as a player, I have no say or control, obviously, over who's on the team and who isn't, but I have a great respect for the players that were with us last year, and now this season I have great respect for the incoming players. But I'm looking forward to getting to know them a little more and just being teammates, them being my teammates, and just being a part of the team together.
With Adam Eaton coming in, it's a possibility he might have to split time with Diaza in left field. Is he comfortable with that situation?
Ahora con el nuevo center field, Adam Eaton, hay posibilidad que tu tiempo va a cambiar en el lado izquierdo con Diaza. ¿Has pensado eso?
No, yo solamente hacer mi trabajo, ¿no? Lo que sé hacer yo. Hacer mi trabajo, enfocarme en mi trabajo. Ya las decisiones las tomarán ellos, ¿no? Lo mío es salir para el terreno, batear, ya.
No, I haven't thought about it. My job is to do exactly what they want me to do when they want me to do it. When I'm called upon, I have to go out there and I have to go on the field and I have to perform or I have to hit. So I haven't thought about it. I think as long as I focus on doing what I have to do to prepare myself and being prepared for whatever I'm asked to do, I'm ready.
What do you think of Robin coming back or signing the extension?
¿Qué piensas de Robin? Lo extendieron este año, hoy lo extendieron su contrato. ¿Qué piensas de su extensión?
No, me siento muy contento, ¿no? Que es un gran manager, ¿no? Y es buena persona, ¿no? Me siento muy contento por eso y ojalá poderlo tenerlo aquí más tiempo, ¿no? Porque es tremenda, buena persona y buen manager, ¿no? Mi respeto.
I'm really happy for him. He's a great manager and he's an incredible person. So, I'm happy for him. It'd be great to play for him for many years to come. So I think it's great. I can't tell you how much respect I have for him as a person. I think he's just a great guy.
Robin expressed some concerns about the team's defense last year and the team's base running last year. What does he intend to do to make improvements in his own personal defense and or base running?
El dirigente habló el año pasado de la defensiva del equipo y mejorar. ¿Hay algo que has pensado tú, voy a mejorar de esta forma, voy a hacer algo diferente defensivamente?
Yo creo que todo fue el año pasado, ¿no? En general no hicimos las cosas que teníamos que hacer en el momento oportuno, ¿no? Yo creo que particularmente mucha gente individual hicieron algo, estuvieron bien, pero lo que es en colectivo no pudimos asumir esa responsabilidad, ¿no? Yo creo que nada, concentrarnos un poquito más y hacer las cosas en el tiempo que hay que hacerlas, ¿no?
Last year was last year, and I think we all had a part in how last year turned out, how last year developed. But we can only look forward. We can only prepare ourselves, and the most important thing, from my standpoint, is just being focused. Being focused when it comes to everything on the field. But you really have to put last year behind us.
When the players walked in, there was some nice photo opportunities with Alexi and Abreu and Dayan, and I'd like to find out about his sense of pride of having this unique group of Cuban players in the forefront of a major league team.
Que cuando entraron les tomaron una foto a los tres, a ti, a Alexei y a José. Habla un poco del orgullo que tienes, que ustedes tres están parados aquí, están tomando fotos, que el orgullo de ser cubano y estar juntos aquí con los White Sox.
No, me siento muy contento, ¿no? Ya vemos tres ya, ¿no? Yo creo que es una cosa muy bonita, tres cubanos, un mismo equipo, ¿no? Yo creo que eso se ha logrado poco, lo que es la Grandes Ligas, y de verdad que me siento muy contento de estar ahí en el grupo aquí, que él esté aquí en nuestro grupo y nada, y echar para adelante y tratar de ayudarnos mutuamente, que eso es lo fundamental, ¿no?
I think it's a great thing. It's a beautiful thing, you know, for the three of us being Cuban, being on the same team. You know, I can't tell you the amount of pride it gives me. You know, we really need to help each other and support each other and really push forward and try to help this team as much as we can.
To finish, for me, what will be the key number one thing in making this team a chance to be a playoff contender?
¿Qué va a ser la cosa más clave para que este equipo llegue a los playoffs?
No, como te dije, así, si hacemos lo que tenemos que hacer cada uno, yo creo que no va a haber ningún tipo de problema en el terreno de pelota, ¿no? Yo creo que eso es lo fundamental.
You know, I feel like if we all do as players on this team what we're asked to do, how we're asked to deliver, I don't see how we don't. I think if we all contribute and we all do exactly what we're asked to do, I don't see any reason why we can't.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget the Illinois Lottery too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. Little Frank's Pizzeria and Bar. Easy to reach, 6353 West 79th Street. On Thursdays, $1.50 Miller and Old Style. Trivia alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. They have $15 large pizza and pitcher all day, every day. Little Frank's on 79th. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Calabria Imports for great Italian foods in Delhi at 1905 West 103rd Street. I just went over there today. Mention this TV ad and get 10% off. Great catering, great sandwiches. You can pick up specific Italian items at Calabria Imports on 103rd Street. We're back in the spotlight. We're at Championship Trivia, the 2013 Benkowski title match at Salerno's Grandin Racine, and we pick up the action already in progress. Still here. Best of 2013 or two sports? The number 33 song, Dirty Laundry, but not Don Henley's. This singer, she talks about her jealousy of Beyonce, and she has 2 names. Five seconds. Going. Out of time. We go to Funky Monkey. Dirty Laundry. Name the female singer who talks about being jealous of Beyonce. 2 words. 5 seconds. Anything? Okay. We go to Jax. Mariah Carey. I don't see her being jealous of Beyonce, but that's just me. Team Cobblestone. Kelly Rowland is right. 100. Team Cobblestone, 1,400. Knowing the nuances of the music industry. J&B. (1960) Major League Baseball and NBA. 5 seconds. Throwing for 2 bills. As they send up their best thrower. Second best thrower. Good. 200-point throw. You didn't have to say the Bill Mazeroski Pittsburgh Pirates. We had a technical glitch, and we're covering it this way by telling you there's Salerno Trivia with me, a special Saturday show, February 22nd at 4 p.m. Get to Grand and Racine. We don't do this very often on Saturday, so get there to Salerno Trivia. The Rolling Stone Best of 2013. Here you go. One of their best movies, they say. It's a one-word answer, a state, with Bruce Dern, Will Forte. Nebraska, yes. You move into a tie for the lead with J&B. Morningwood. The TV show Girls, featuring agonizingly intimate laughs. And the star and producer of the show is? Lena Dunham is correct. 140. Morningwood, 1520. Quality show. We go to, I'd love if she was a sponsor. We go to, we're still here. And we will have more championship trivia from Salerno's next week, right here on the Spotlight.
I eat pasta twice just...
Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria at Grand and Racine is the place to go before United Center Pavilion, Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, and Sox too. Dine in or carry out with great family recipes, including homemade pastas, steaks, seafood, a great fun bar area. Meet people, have a tremendous time. At Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Grand and Racine, you'll find a great variety of foods for you to enjoy at Salerno's.
Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. Riley's Trick Shop. Of course, they had Halloween costumes. They still have football strip cards, custom T-shirts. Just ordered some myself. Gag gifts, tricks, jokes, magic kits. Their new location is 8086 West 111th Street in Palos Hills. Check them out, Riley's Trick Shop. They also have Santa stuff for you late-minute shoppers. Riley's Trick Shop, a great place with a lot of cool stuff. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. Come play in the area's classiest billiard center, Jukebox Billiards, 7910 Calumet Avenue in Munster, 2 blocks south of 8094. Selling the most famous names of pool tables and billiard equipment. Specializing in table recovery and moving of tables. A complete pro shop with the most brand names of cues and cases.
celebrating over 20 years, excellence, top billiard tables, the place where the action is, Jukebox Billiards, 7910 Calumet in Munster.
We're back on the spotlight, and before we get into the 2008 interview with Joakim Noah, I just want to commend him for hanging in there in the NBA All-Star game. A player who likes to hustle and play defense looked like a fish out of water in that game, where they didn't like to hustle or play defense. But sure enough, Noah was in there in the fourth quarter when the East rallied to win. Very interestingly, in my opinion. Noah is having a legitimate All-Star season with great numbers, better points scored and rebounds than any point in his career, and maybe most notably, passing the ball sensationally. And so let's pick up this interview from 6 years ago with Noah.
He's trying to downplay it, or he's not going to say the truth about it, but I've always spoke my mind, and if it did happen, I wouldn't have any problem admitting to it, but I'm not going to admit to something that didn't happen.
I understand that. Actually, my angle was more of, I thought Ben may have had a conflict of interest in playing a role in the length of your suspension when, in effect, you guys are competing for playing time.
I don't think it had anything to do with competing for playing time. I mean, Ben Wallace is a great player. He's a great mentor, somebody that I learned a lot from. You know, I mean, I feel like, you know, I think that everybody in the locker room is going to have their say and their opinions, especially when, you know, everybody was frustrated. We had just lost a game where we're going through a losing season. So, I mean, I don't think it has nothing to do with me being a rookie or anything. I think it has to do with, you know, everybody in this locker room is frustrated after you lose. I mean, that goes from the staff to, you know, to the men, to trainers, to everybody. Everybody's frustrated after you lose. So, yeah, it's tough, but we said how we felt, and that's it. Like, there was nothing disrespectful said. There was no cursing, no nothing. I mean, it was just people speaking their minds. And Body said some words, I said some words, other guys said some words, and that's it. Like, altercation? Like, are you serious? Like, no media was in here. It was just a team. So I don't even know where that came from.
Yeah, I don't either. Well, to wrap up, of the things that you've learned off the court, on the court, you know, what are some of the things that you'll apply as a core guy to making the 08-09 Bulls better?
I think that just working hard every day, and I think that having experienced a lot this year is going to help me, you know, realize what I have to do to get better, like work on my offense, get stronger, and just, you know, just try to do the best I can in order to get better and help the team win. And, you know, we'll talk with Pax and go to as many camps as I can and just do as much as I can in order to get better.
The Lansing Floral Shop.
Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound, saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing. Call 708-396-1010.